I didn't think it was possible to rekindle my enthusiasm for Stormcast, but after building Dominion models all day, and these new Stormcast reveals from Games Workshop, then I might just be back in. The only way to describe the new models is they add more movement to the Stormcast. They don't seem so static as the old models, and that is a very good thing. It was really, really boring painting Stormcast before, and I don't think that'll be the case with these new guys. First up, we've got Lord Commander Bastian Carthalos, and I don't think it's a stretch to say that this is the best looking Stormcast model ever created. As soon as I saw this, I just went, wow, he was amazing. He is the highest rank in the Hammers of Sigmar, so he's a big deal. There's a choice of a helmeted or unhelmeted head, and you can have his hammer two ways. You can have it single-handed by his side, or you can have it two-handed across his chest. So it's always good to have options. If everyone had the same model, it would be a wee bit boring eventually, but if you've got options, then everyone can have something a wee bit different. Next up is the Knight Relictor, and I think this model looks fantastic as well. The paint scheme they used was like the Hammers of Sigmar gold, but with black robes instead of blue, and it really, really worked. The model looks great. I really love his chest piece, and there's so much detail around him. This one's a big thumbs up from me, definitely. Vanquishers are new battle line sword guys. All the poses look really dynamic. It will make a really nice looking unit. There's a pose stolen straight from the Blade Guard, but it doesn't make it any less cool. There's a guy literally blowing his own trumpet, and a selection of male and female heads. And you could do all of them helmeted or unhelmeted if you wanted. The Vigilores were one of my favourite units from this reveal. They just look amazing. Compare these to previous Stormcast archers, and it doesn't even look like the same company made them. The old ones are so static. The only downside is I'm not a fan of this new narrow helmet design, the same as the Lord Imperatant. I think it looks a wee bit too narrow to fit a human head, so it's just a wee bugbear of mine with these new ones. There's an Annihilator's multi-part kit, and it looks great, more options. You can have a double-handed hammer instead of a shield and a single-handed hammer, so lots of variety there. The wee leader guy can have a bear chest piece instead of a lion, so that's another wee good bit of variety as well. It wasn't all Stormcast though. The Kruleboyz got some really cool stuff as well, some really big models. We'll start off with the Marshgala Slogoth, and I'm not a fan of this one. It's a bit weird looking, quite unsettling, but I'm not sure it's unsettling in the right way. The grots are the best part of it and provide all the character as usual. I especially love the one with the big net. You can't like all new kits, and I'm not afraid to say that I just don't like this one. There's a Gut Ripper's multi-part kit, and it has more options. You can ditch the shields, and there are a few musicians and a banner bearer. There's lots of choices, so that automatically makes for a really good kit in my eyes. Manskewer Bolt Boys are back with their own kit, and they look nasty. There's not much to say about this other than there's a banner pull for the boss. Now we're talking Swamp Boss Scumdrek. I love this model. It just looks horrific, and I can imagine even a Stormcast or two pooping their pants when they see it. It leaves a trail of poison, which buffs the Kruleboyz while debuffing the enemy, so it can leave a trail of devastation through an enemy army. There's an alternate build for this kit, and it's the Snatcher Boss on Sludge Raker Beast, so it's always nice when you can make more than one model out of a kit. The other one's the named one, and for this one you could take multiples in your army. There are of course two new battle tomes, Auric Warclans and Stormcast Eternals. The Auric one is all orcs plus Kragnos, and you could take any types of orcs in an army if you wanted to. There's benefits for taking a diverse Auric army or just focusing on one type. Both battle tomes expand heavily on the Path to Glory mechanic to provide more flavour for the armies. I do like how the 40k strategy is feeding into AOS and vice versa, with best practice being used across both systems. It's definitely improving AOS and 40k, so it's a good thing. This preview was really good. We had an hour of Dominion stuff before this reveal, so we got to see a whole load of painted Dominion stuff, and it was cool to see what everyone's coming up with. I'm going to come up with my own stuff, and I'll have a few videos out in the next week or two, so I hope you tune in for that. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. Cheers.